Hello, this is your Zodiac Oracle greeting you. There are no coincidences. You are here because life wants to show you a sign. Open your heart and receive the guidance that arrives for you today. Aries. You are not reading these words by chance, Aries. You have been summoned, silently guided by forces that dwell beyond flesh and time. As your eyes rest on this message, the stars whisper your name, and an invisible echo surrounds you. Don't you feel it in your chest, like a distant drum calling you to awaken? The divine breath has brought you here because your spirit needs to hear what others dare not tell you. Destiny is speaking to you, and it does so now, because there is no more time to lose. This is not a common warning. It is a sacred calling. Just as the storm announces with lightning that darkness can no longer hide, so this revelation comes to you. The universe shows me cards burning in your hands, cards of a path where fire and ashes dance, where truth, though feared, illuminates more than 1,000 suns. Aries, warrior by birth, bearer of the primal flame, are you willing to listen? Are you ready to see what others hide? For within you there is strength, but there are also chains. And the time to break them has come. The first thing I must warn you, and hear it with the seriousness it deserves, is that not every face that smiles at you holds kindness in its intentions. There are voices disguised as counsel that wish to lead you astray, hands that appear to help while secretly tightening invisible ropes. Aries, your hidden enemies do not arrive with visible weapons, but with soft words, with lukewarm promises, with shadows that pretend to be light. But divine justice is already watching them. Haven't you felt that unease in your heart? That strange premonition when someone comes too close? That is your soul warning you that nothing is accidental. Repeat with me now, and let it be engraved in eternity. Nothing and no one can extinguish my inner fire. This decree you shall make 3 times throughout this revelation, for each repetition will be like an iron seal upon your destiny. The arcana show me that the month opening before you will be a balance. On one side, trials that will attempt to break your confidence. On the other, blessings the universe has reserved for you for centuries. Do not fear, Aries, for in every battle where you have fallen, the seed of your victory was planted. What is now revealed is clear. Divine justice is in motion. Those who sought to restrain you, who wove chains against you, will begin to see how those very chains turn against them. And you, Aries, will be freed. But you must remain alert. The temptation to fall into anger will be great, and your fire can consume both enemies and allies if you do not master it. Ask yourself, do you wish to be a slave to your passions or master of your light? The cosmos answers in silence, but its message is forceful. This is the moment to rise above the human, to let your fire burn not to destroy, but to guide. Write in the comments, I break the chains and choose the light. Do it as a commitment to yourself, as an offering to the universe that delivers this word to you today. And while you do so, give a gesture of gratitude to the cosmos. Press that heart, that sign of like, which is not for me, but for yourself, to affirm that you are ready to receive more divine messages. For every act of faith opens new doors, and your life deserves the change you yearn for. Now, let us speak of what lies ahead in the paths of your earthly life. Love, Aries, will be tested. There are energies of deceit that wish to darken the clarity of your feelings. Perhaps someone close is not showing the whole truth, or perhaps you yourself have doubted between what you desire and what you fear. But listen well. Destiny does not tolerate half-truths. The hidden will be revealed, and though it may hurt, it will be for your healing. The singles will see an unexpected face appear, someone who challenges your beliefs, who awakens your fire but also your fear. Ask yourself, will you be able to open your heart without the old chains of the past? The stars say yes, but only if you dare to release what no longer vibrates with you. In money and work, the energy is of struggle and conquest. Aries, your career paths will be full of movement, new opportunities, but also tests that will challenge your patience. I see in the cards a door opening, a project that seemed lost and resurfaces like ash turned into fire. But beware of greed. Do not rush, do not fall into traps of easy promises. Abundance will come, yes, but through the path of effort and faith. Your key word here is resistance, for he who resists with faith receives with abundance. On the spiritual plane, Aries, you are in an awakening. Your energy shines like a torch, but the danger is to believe the light is only yours. Do not forget that the divine manifests in you so that you may guide, so that you may be a lighthouse and not just a flame. Seek moments of silence, connect with your breath, and there you will hear what the noise of the world tries to hide. Your soul knows more than you believe. Your lucky numbers are 7, 11, and 22. Numbers of power, of doors opening, of mysteries revealed. The color vibrating with you this season is deep red, not only as a symbol of passion, but of life, of strength, of victory. Wear it in your clothing, in your rituals, in your daily life, and you will feel protection ignite around you. Remember, nothing and no one can extinguish my inner fire. This decree is not just words. It is sword and shield. Each time you pronounce it, imagine chains breaking, shadows dispersing, enemies retreating before your light. And thus, Aries, your path begins in this sacred message. But this is only the beginning, for what follows will reveal even more. Enemies unmasked, trials turned into opportunities, and the certainty that the final victory will be yours. Aries, as I keep looking at the cards, I see your soul at a crucial point, as if you were walking across a bridge of fire trembling beneath your feet. Do not fear, for that fire is not there to consume your spirit but to purify it. It is the sign that you are in the midst of a rebirth, of a cycle closing with thunder and a new one beginning with strength. Ask yourself, haven't you lately felt that everything you thought was secure is shaking? That what you took for granted is dissolving like sand between your fingers. That is not destruction, Aries. It is revelation. The universe is tearing down walls that kept you prisoner so you can discover your true horizon. The message insists, your hidden enemies are beginning to unmask themselves. There are people who, under the veil of friendship or closeness, have sown doubts, have placed stones in your path disguised as advice. But now the heavenly light burns their mask. They will show themselves as they truly are, and you will see what was once hidden. Do not see it as betrayal, but as liberation. For more cruel is living deceived than facing a painful truth. Aries, what is happening to you is divine justice in motion. What was once shadow becomes clarity, and those who desired your fall will have to witness your ascent. Repeat with me now, with a firm voice, even if only in silence. Nothing and no one can extinguish my inner fire. Make these words your decree of power, your invisible protection. Each time you say it, imagine your aura igniting and expanding, rejecting what does not belong to your destiny. Aries, your warrior spirit has always wanted to run forward, to conquer without looking back. But the stars tell me that now it is time to learn the patience of slow fire. Yes, fire can devour in seconds, but it can also burn all night, warming and protecting. Do not rush important decisions, listen more than you speak, feel more than you think. For an opportunity approaches, a great change knocking at your door, and if you act in haste you could let it slip away. In love, the cards show mirrors. There is someone reflecting what you are, your lights and your shadows. This connection can be intense, even overwhelming. Ask yourself, do you recognize yourself in that person, or is it only a reflection of your wounds? Singles will have the chance to live a different kind of love, less impulsive and deeper, if they allow themselves to heal the old. Those who already have a partner will have to face uncomfortable but necessary truths. It is time to speak, to lay on the table what has been silenced. Remember, Aries, the truth may hurt, but it never destroys what is authentic. On the contrary, it strengthens it. In work and money, there are clear signs of divine justice. Have you felt that your effort was not recognized? That is about to change. I see that someone in authority is beginning to look toward you, and what seemed invisible will become visible. Your talents, your discipline, your fire will be noticed. But beware, Aries. Envy lurks. There will be those who want to discredit you, to minimize what you achieve. Do not fall into their game. The success coming to you cannot be stopped, as long as you remain firm in righteousness. Now write in the comments this phrase: I am worthy of abundance and divine justice. Do not do it just for writing's sake. Do it as a pact, as a commitment to your destiny. And in gratitude for this decree the universe has entrusted to you today, honor the energy with a gesture of faith. Leave your light in the form of a like. Thus, you acknowledge to the cosmos that you are ready to receive more messages, more signs, more open paths. It is not for me, Aries, it is for you. It is to seal your word with action. Aries, I see clearly that in the coming days a choice will present itself to you. Two paths, one easier but full of deceit, and another harder but true. The voice of the universe will guide you toward the right one, but only if you learn to listen. The trial will be your patience, for life will ask you to trust in what you cannot yet see. And here lies the key: trust. If you trust, there will be no shadow that can stand against you. The color that vibrates with you at this moment is gold. Not as a mere ornament, but as a symbol of spiritual royalty, of inner wealth expanding into the material. Surround yourself with gold, a garment, an accessory, even a lit candle. This color will draw to you the energy of victory and prosperity. The numbers that now accompany you are 3, 9, and 15. They speak of cycles ending and beginning, of achievements that seem small but are giants in consequence. Meditate on these numbers. Repeat them as mantras when you feel doubt. In your spiritual energy, the stars show me that you cannot continue ignoring your inner power. Aries, you are a channel of the divine. When you help, when you inspire, when you burn in truth, you do not only do it for yourself, you do it for the greater plan. This is a time of service. Share your light, even if only with a word, with a look, with an act of kindness. For every spark you give will return multiplied. Aries, the message repeats once more, with the insistence of the sacred. Nothing and no one can extinguish my inner fire. Engrave it in your heart, place it in your voice, for it is the key that will open the door to your victory. Do not forget, divine justice does not fail, and though the world may try to make you doubt, your destiny is written in fire. And that fire, Aries, cannot be put out. Aries, the universe does not err in calling you again and again. The energy surrounding you vibrates intensely, like a drum that does not cease to resound. It is not noise. It is announcement. It is not coincidence. It is destiny. Your steps have been guided to this message because there is something you need to understand. The cycle you are facing is not small, it is a threshold of transformation. And on that threshold, the sacred reveals itself with all its force. The cards show me a divided sky. To your left, shadows trying to hold you back. Doubt, betrayal, words that wound. To your right, a blazing clarity, like a dawn that cannot be stopped. Toward which side will you turn your face? Aries, the warning is clear. There will be voices trying to confuse you, sowing fear in your spirit. But listen to what the stars reveal to me. Those voices hold no real power, only the power you give them. And it is no longer time to yield power to what does not vibrate with you. The universe insists on showing me hidden enemies who have acted in silence. People who, disguised as support, have fed on your doubts, your falls, your fears. But divine justice has already begun to act. Very soon, Aries, you will see how those who hurt you reap what they sowed. And you will not have to lift a finger, because the cosmos itself will balance the scale. Do you feel it? It is the echo of the inevitable. It is the certainty that nothing remains hidden under the sun. Repeat with me now, and let the decree resonate in your whole being. Nothing and no one can extinguish my inner fire. Feel how as you pronounce it, an invisible armor ignites within you, made of fire and truth, which no enemy can pierce. Aries, in love, the sky opens an even more intense revelation. If you are alone, someone will appear who will be like a burning mirror. They will ignite your desire, but they will also confront you with your wounds. This encounter will not be simple, but it will be transformative. If you already have a partner, truths that were hidden will be revealed, and though they may hurt, They will be necessary to heal or to release what no longer belongs. The message here is clear. The love coming to you in this cycle will be more authentic, more truthful, and will not admit masks. In finances and work, Aries, your fire begins to open doors that once seemed locked with chains. New opportunities are coming, unexpected proposals, even a turn in the road you had not considered. But attention! Not every offer is a blessing. There will be a shining door that is actually a trap. Use your intuition, that spark that always warns you, and do not fear saying no to what does not vibrate with your essence. For what is truly yours, no one can take away. Write in the comments, as a decree of faith. The universe conspires in favor of my victory. Do it not as a phrase, but as a pact you seal today with the cosmos. And honor this pact with a gesture of gratitude. Give a like to this message, not as a simple click, but as a symbol of your commitment to the change you deserve. It is your way of telling the universe, I am ready to receive more signs, more blessings, more open paths. Aries, your spiritual energy is being purified. The fire within you is not just passion, it is sacred force. But do not forget that fire misdirected destroys, while fire guided illuminates. This is the moment to learn to light your flame to guide, not to consume. Seek moments of silence, light a red or golden candle, and contemplate its flame. There, in that small fire, you will find your soul reflected. The lucky numbers for this cycle are 4, 10, and 18. Each holds a message. 4 is the solid foundation, the structure being built. 10 is the closing of a cycle and the start of another. And 18 is the revelation of the hidden, the clarity arriving after the night. Write them down, repeat them, carry them with you as mystical keys. The color that vibrates with your destiny at this moment is luminous white, the color of purity and protection. Use it to cleanse energies, to heal wounds, to open paths. Combined with your natural fire, white will turn you into a beacon that no shadow can extinguish. And do not forget, Aries, the universe repeats it with the insistence of the sacred. Nothing and no one can extinguish my inner fire. This decree is your shield, your sword, your banner. Make it yours, pronounce it in the morning, at night, in every moment of doubt, because it will be the key to keeping you firm in the midst of the storm. The cards show me that very soon a time of celebration will arrive. It will not be a free gift. It will be the harvest of all you have sown in the midst of tears and effort. Aries, destiny asks for a little more patience, because what is coming toward you is greater than you imagine. This is your moment. The universe has already spoken. Aries, destiny does not whisper in vain. The fact that you are still here, listening to these words, is a sign that your spirit was prepared for this revelation. What others would call coincidence, you already know is divine mandate. For the universe does not improvise, Aries, and today it tells you with clarity. What once seemed confusion aligns, what was hidden is uncovered, and what was halted begins to move with unstoppable force. The cards show insistently that the battle against your hidden enemies is no longer something distant. It is now. But listen well, Aries, it will not be a battle as you imagine. There will be no shouts or blows. There will be silences that weigh, truths coming to light, masks dissolving before your eyes. And when that happens, you will not feel anger. You will feel liberation. For you will understand that divine justice never sleeps, and that everyone who harmed you must face what they sowed. But there is also a warning. Do not fall into the temptation of vengeance. Do not spend your fire feeding the shadows of others. Save your energy, Aries, because your light is destined to shine greatly, not to consume small betrayals. Ask yourself, do you want to be a prisoner of resentment or a bearer of victory? The cosmos already knows your answer, but it wants you to speak it yourself, to feel it, to make it a decree. Repeat with me now, with a firm voice, with an enkindled heart. Nothing and no one can extinguish my inner fire. As you say it, imagine a wall of luminous fire rising around you. Untouchable, impenetrable, invincible. In love, Aries, the stars speak of definitions. This is not a time for half measures or games. If you are single, an encounter will arrive that will be both test and blessing. That person will place before you the mirror of who you are and what you still must heal. Do not flee, for there lies the key to a true love, free of old chains. If you are in a relationship, this is the moment of clarity. The cards say that the hidden will be revealed, that there will be conversations you cannot avoid. And though they may hurt at first, it will be the only way to transform what you have into something strong and pure. The love sustained in truth will be blessed. The love living in lies will fall. In work and finances, Aries, I see two clear paths. The first is an attractive offer. Easy, quick, but with hidden traps. The second is more demanding, requiring patience and effort, but it is the one that will bring true abundance. The universe asks for discernment. Do not let yourself be blinded by false sheen. For what is yours will come in a just, clean and lasting way. And remember, what arrives quickly, quickly departs. What is built with faith, endures. Write in the comments, sealing your pact with the divine. I choose the truth and the path that leads me to real abundance. Do it as a decree, as a key that opens the door of your destiny. And then Aries, honor this message with a gesture. Give this video a like, not as simple support, but as a symbolic act of gratitude to the universe. By doing so, you commit yourself to opening your spirit and receiving more sacred messages that will change your life. The numbers vibrating on your path are 6, 12, and 21. They speak of complete cycles, of learnings integrated, of blessings that arrive in groups of 3. Be attentive. You will see these numbers repeat on clocks, in streets, in dreams. And when that happens, you will know the universe is confirming its presence. The color that will accompany you is deep blue, the color of the night sky that keeps secrets, but also of the infinite sea that represents abundance. Carry this color with you, in your clothing, your space, your surroundings, and you will feel how your mind calms, how your intuition opens, how your fire balances with serenity. In the spiritual realm, Aries, an immense portal opens. You are being called to awaken gifts that lay dormant within you. Clearer intuitions, dreams that feel like messages, signs you will not be able to ignore. Do not dismiss them as mere imagination. They are the stars speaking to you. Your mission is greater than you think, and the universe is already preparing the way for you to fulfill it. And once again, as an eternal seal, as a sword of fire. Nothing and no one can extinguish my inner fire. Make this decree your breath, your shield, your promise. Repeat it in the morning when you open your eyes, repeat it at night before sleeping, repeat it when you feel fear. For each time you pronounce it, Aries, the universe itself leans in your favor. The destiny is clear. Victory. It will not be easy, but it will be yours. Love will bloom in authenticity, money will arrive as a just harvest, and your spirit will rise like a fire that does not consume itself. What you now feel in your heart is not an illusion. It is the confirmation that abundance, love, and victory are written in your stars. Aries, listen carefully. If your steps have brought you here to these last words, it is not by accident nor by simple curiosity. It is because your soul knew it needed this confirmation. The universe has woven the invisible threads that brought you to this exact moment, and each phrase you have read is a reflection of what was already written in your stars. Do not doubt it. You are at the beginning of a sacred stage, where all that once held you back breaks, and what seemed impossible begins to manifest. The cards show me clearly that divine justice has already been decreed. Your enemies, those who acted from the shadows, will see their masks fall. The traps they set will turn against them, and you will witness how truth always makes its way. Do not celebrate with rancor, Aries. Celebrate with gratitude, for light does not need revenge, only justice. And that justice today is already on its way to you. I repeat it because the universe insists that you engrave it in your heart. There are no chains that can hold you, no shadows that can extinguish you. The fire that lives in you is not ordinary. It is a divine, eternal, inextinguishable fire. And therefore once more, say it with me. Nothing and no one can extinguish my inner fire. This is your final decree, your promise, your shield. Repeat it 3 times with strength, Aries, and you will feel your energy expand, your spirit rise, your path open. In love, victory is clear. If you are single, the arrival of an authentic connection will mark a before and after in your life. It will not be a casual encounter. It will be a pact of souls, a love that will teach you as much as it will heal you. If you have a partner, what survives the trials of this cycle will be solid as rock, pure as water, eternal as fire. Prepare yourself, Aries, because the love coming toward you is abundance of the soul. In finances, the universe confirms that abundance will be yours. Yes, Aries, after so much effort, after so much waiting, the wheel begins to turn in your favor. That project, that job, that opportunity that seemed distant approaches with force. And the greatest part is that it will not be a passing blessing. It will be a lasting change. You will receive what you deserve, no more, no less, because divine justice does not err. In the spiritual realm, the cosmos calls you to an even greater awakening. Do not ignore your intuitions, your dreams, the signs you will see repeat in your daily life. They are messages, Aries, confirmations that you do not walk alone, that the universe accompanies you, that your guides and your ancestors watch over you. Open your heart, trust, and allow the divine to flow in your life like a river that does not stop. Write in the comments, as the final seal of this revelation, I accept my destiny of love, victory, and abundance. Do it with faith, Aries, like one who signs a pact with the stars. And in gratitude, honor this moment with a gesture of light. Give this message a like, not out of habit, but as a commitment to yourself. By doing so, you declare to the universe that you are ready, that you open yourself to receiving more signs, more blessings, more paths of prosperity. The final numbers I give you are 8, 14, and 28. They are the numbers of infinity, of balance, of victory multiplied. The color accompanying you in this closing is emerald green, a symbol of healing, abundance, and rebirth. Surround yourself with this color, wear it, meditate on it, and you will feel your paths light up with new opportunities. And now, Aries, hear this farewell that is not an end but a beginning. You are fire, you are victory, you are abundance. The universe has spoken to you clearly, and you have received this message because you were ready. Nothing and no one will be able to stop what is already written in your stars. Walk with faith, trust your destiny, open your arms to what is coming, for the future that awaits you is full of love, of justice, and of blessings that will multiply your life. I embrace you in spirit, I send you my light and my strength, and I remind you, you are never alone, Aries. The universe guides you, the fire sustains you, and your victory is already yours. Up to hear this sacred message. Live it, believe it, celebrate it. And remember always, each time you doubt, each time you fall, each time you need to rise. Nothing and no one can extinguish my inner fire. So may it be, Aries.